that I wanted to broach is: are there any real, true one-on-one NBA players out there? We've got a clip from Gil's Arena. We're gonna play a little snippet of it, and then we're gonna get into this whole joint. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't like to play one-on-one because it's not real basketball.
I can see him saying that.
Probably could have kept that.
Because they don't have a one-on-one
They
game.
don't have one-on-one game. Like, that's not his game.
Say it again.
So, I mean, I can see that. I can see him saying that. It's not something that he,
That's not something that can make you the greatest of all time.
No, it's not that. That's just not what he's like. He doesn't come down and just play one-on-one.
Ass, what does that do for him?
And that, I remember there was.
I mean, I could.
I don't know what date it came out when someone said Hooper or what was it? Score Hooper. And then I'm like, that's confusing because there was a category called basketball players. Yeah. And wouldn't he fit into basketball players? Guys who don't do all the foolery. You put them on a 5-on-5 setting, and that's when their brains kick in. Somebody like Jokic, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think Jokic looked great in one-on-one? Like, do you think great?
Yeah.
Think about what I said.
LeBron has the most points.
Do you think
history?
Do you
He's
think
not a scorer.
Do you think Jokic looked amazing in one-on-one in the draft?
Yes.
Yes, right? And he got picked 41. 41. So do you think this man's one-on-one skills looked amazing in one-on-one and playing against somebody? No, because he's a 5-on-5 player. That's a basketball. That's a different player.
I'm okay with that.
There's just guys that are just. You put them in a basketball setting, how they were taught basketball. This is how it is. We got 5-on-5. We got rip. Like their game. This is.
One-on-one help you though.
One-on-one is a selfish person.
but he don't play one-on-one.
So, the gist of what they're saying is one-on-one players are not that good compared to basketball players. What would be your guys' take on that? And eventually look like he's ready to go. I mean, if you want to go first, sir, you're more than welcome.
Well, here's the thing is, I find that argument stupid because basketball game is based off a one-on-one. Like the whole game, the system of the basketball. Listen, I understand it's a team of 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you face up with a guy, most of the time, that's a one-on-one. So I don't understand this thing. I don't understand. Basketball, you're always going up at one. It's not 2 players guarding you at the same time. Basketball. Like everybody's a great one-on-one basketball player when you look at all the greats. You're not going to sit here and tell me LeBron's not a great one-on-one. If LeBron has you one-on-one, 95% of times you're getting beat. Right?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan have you that 95% of the time you're getting beat. Kobe, Durant, Kyrie. So what are we talking about here? Are they bored? Did they run out of something to talk about or what? No, let's be real, bro. Let's be real because this is crazy. Sly, you know this.
Nah, I'm
LeBron
with you.
James 101. Man, he's cooking you. You got to put 3 players or 2 players on the guy. So what are you talking about? That's one-on-one.
Yeah, I think I don't like this argument either, man. It's like I get it, but it's like I think like they break the game down into like people look at it in such a simple way sometimes. Like I don't know, maybe it's just my way of thinking, but I'm looking at it like, okay, if you take away all of the fluff and you just put this guy against this guy, I think that's a lot of times how they're measuring things. But unfortunately in the NBA, that's not what they're doing. Like, so I get it. So maybe if you want to just have a little masculine, just type of competition, Kyrie could probably beat LeBron one-on-one, right? Cool. Now then what? Like that doesn't really mean nothing though. Like, you know what I mean? Like some guys probably would excel in that style of play more than others. But ultimately, that's not going to win you a championship. That's not going to get you in the Hall of Fame. That's not going to get you much of nothing. So it's like I don't really get the argument. It's like, yo, to say LeBron's not a one-on-one player to me is like I don't really understand that. To me, it don't make sense. Like I don't really get that. He's not as good at one-on-one as other guys, but to say like he's not a one-on-one guy, like bruh, he plays the game to get mismatches. Like that's all his game is. Pick and roll, get a mismatch. So how is he not a one-on-one player? Granted, maybe he's not as good as Kobe or Jordan or Durant at just taking his man one-on-one off the dribble. But dog, who cares? He scored the most points ever. Like it's just a weird. Like I don't know. It's like I get what the debate is, but I don't really like. What are they trying to? What's the point? Like you know what I mean?
What's the point? Yeah, exactly. What are you trying to say?
Well, I believe what they're trying to say is you put LeBron one-on-one, like how they do the mismatches, he's going to win. But he's more of a cerebral player where him and Joker, we'll say, okay, him and Joker, where if you put them in a 5-on-5 setting, you're not beating them. No matter how hard you try, they're gonna out chess you. You know what I'm saying? The one-on-one plays that they're referring to, because I watched the whole clip, was like Michael Jordan, Kobe, like, oh yeah, they were okay, players, but they were terrible players because they were one-on-one players. They were very selfish. Gilbert Arenas, I don't know why he's talking about it like
They're five championships, 11 championships combined between them.
Hey, listen,
That's just crazy.
I see what you're saying, Da Vinci,
Yeah,
right?
like what?
I think they respect those guys more, though. I think that was I think they respect the one-on-one guys more. The guys that really take pride in just beating you. Like, boom, I can beat you. Like they take pride in that. Like,
but that's what happens on the NBA court, anyways. We all know this. You know what I mean? It's one-on-one. Like you just said, Sly, and I was about to say that mismatches. You know what I mean? Yo,
right.
The triangle offense was based on mismatches. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen the clip I said of Kobe talking about these guys are playing what do you call it? Accidental basketball.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great clip. That was a great clip.
Where he's like, listen, I know they're gonna try to stop me from being at the top. Fisher's on the right corner. I'm gonna give it to Fisher. If they try to jump off Fisher, we dump it down. Smart basketball. You're playing chess. I don't think these guys respect that they're playing chess. I think they're trying to urge the younger generation or people that are watching them to think, yeah, man, one-on-one, these one-on-one players are great, and these cerebral players are great too, but the one-on-one is what we want to see. And of course it is, because I mean, you look at AI is one of my heroes. Like these guys, especially in the early 90s, it was a lot of one-on-one. A lot. Like it was like clear out ISO. There's no real ISO anymore. All it is you're searching for mismatches, and that's how people are getting their buckets. And to say that LeBron James isn't a one-on-one player, they're smoking something, I don't know. They're smoking moon rocks.
It's ludicrous.
Because if you go look at 90% of his clips with him backing down, it's one-on-one. And when they send somebody, guess what happens? There's a three-pointer put up or a layup or a dunk, or do you know what I mean? So
one top of the key, he's blowing by you. The speed, he's blowing by you.
Younger LeBron's doing that. LeBron right now, he's setting you up for the okie doke. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, listen. Maybe they're bored. Maybe they're bored. They can't find something to talk about. But if you want a topic to talk about, you should switch because one-on-one is basketball. It is a big part of basketball, right? Even Ben Simmons beating players one-on-one. And then we can say other people. If you want a topic to talk about, you should say who are the best team complete basketball players.
Word. That's more my speed. Because when you talk about one-on-one players, bro, if you want to talk about the best one-on-one players,
there's so many of them.
It's one dude that I think will I don't think, and if you talk about everybody in the league, period, I don't think nobody's messing with Michael Beasley one-on-one. Like, I think you put Michael Beasley against anybody one-on-one, I don't really think nobody could beat him. Like, I'm talking about ever. But what does that mean? Like, what is that? It don't mean nothing, though.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't mean anything. Like I mean, and I think that's just like, I don't know, just fan talk, I guess, because like, you know, we so infatuated with having a deep bag, and oh, he got his bag, he got the double step back and all of this, which it's cool. Like, but you look at the guys, the top scorers, which is LeBron, Kareem, Karl Malone. None of them was doing double step back. All of this deep bag, all these super crossovers. No, they was just putting the ball in the cup, which is what basketball is about. Like,
so how many players can we sit here from now, back then, and back that says we're great one-on-one players? We can say a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot. How many players can you sit here and say was a complete team basketball player? Complete,
exactly.
right?
Not a lot, but then see, here's the thing: when you bring up that argument, as much as I love Kobe, Kobe's disqualified from that.
Absolutely, Kobe and Michael Jordan are disqualified. Kobe and Michael Jordan are disqualified.
Yeah,
that's
no, of course,
great.
Of course.
That's what
but
makes
that's
it
what
great.
I'm saying. That's when you start looking at players like Joker, LeBron. You know what I mean? Guys who 5-on-5, they're playing chess.
No, I think Kobe and Jordan is in that too, though. I think, well, like, you know, later in their career, they figured out how to play with a team, and figured out how to, you know, kind of take so much of the one-on-one game, because that hurts. That hurts you if you were just a one-on-one player. Like, that hurts you in the team game when it comes to playoff. Them guys aren't successful ultimately. So
number 24, number 24.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Once Kobe figured it out, like,
but here's the thing,
he was able to utilize it when it was necessary.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Sly. Right? The system. You're the biggest LeBron James fan I know aside from Cooney. You're gonna tell me LeBron's not the system? You're gonna tell me Joker's not the system?
Yeah, right.
That's why I'm separating them. Like, as much as Kobe and them are great one-on-one players and they fit into the system that him and Mike played in is the exact same system. The triangle offense. What offense is LeBron playing in? LeBron's offense. What offense is Joker playing in? Joker's offense. It's not schemed up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's what makes it great, though, because there's not a lot of people you can put in that category.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. That's what makes it great. That's what makes the argument great, because you saying one-on-one, there's so many goddamn one-on-one you can put. Ant-Man right now is a great one-on-one. Tracy McGrady, David Booker right now, Kevin Durant, right? Iverson. Yeah. Like, you can keep going on and on. Jokic, Joel Embiid, Brunson. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
What are we saying here?
Yeah.
Amari
I like you guys.
Stoudemire.
I'm still in y'all whole thing. I'm still in y'all whole. All y'all points y'all making, I'm still in them, and like using them when I'm in other debates.
Absolutely, we respect.
For sure. I've never heard. That's a great way to look at that too. Like, because you're right though. Like, it's not many guys you could say that a system was built around them and they were successful. Yeah. Like, other guys came into a system, they found their way into a system and flourished in it. So that is kind of No, that's fair.
And if we're gonna add that argument, first person I'm gonna choose, I'll say LeBron James is the greatest team player ever. Because as soon as the one thing you gotta remember, as soon as he came out of high school, that team, he already made them great.
Facts.
Already made that team great. He already made it the team achieve. So for me, like, that's the top. He's a top. So I don't know, like that argument.
I think essentially that's what the Jordan and LeBron debate comes down to for me. Like, what do you value more? Somebody like LeBron that could kind of just make guys that's not so good and make them perform better, or a dude like Jordan that's just straight dominant, that's just him himself can't be stopped. It's like, what do you value more? Like,
okay, so that argument, I know for a fact, that argument what you just said, I know for a fact me and King can respect, because it's real. Other people bringing the debate, all they're bringing is stats and these other things.
Yeah, that shit don't.
What you just said is real. What you just said is a real argument.
Real conversation. Not even an argument. Real conversation. that you can have with somebody and have opposite views and still respect it. But you know how ESPN and all these other people do. They just want to, throw the stats out, this, that, and the third.